live on your radio station. It's Real Talk Radio with Dan Lane.
All right, everybody. I should be live. I'm just going to make sure that's actually the case here real quick. Yep, looks like I'm live. All right, good. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Rumble, X, or Facebook, wherever you're at, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out with the algorithm. I really wanted to take a day or two to kind of let things simmer down before I'd started covering this immediately, but things just started coming out after that, and I'm like, oh, shit. It's really funny when the legacy media picks up stories, how they're able to doctor up video footage, put things in the background, and they'll be able to spin the narrative and say, oh, J.D. Vance goes to a Pittsburgh pub and grill and is immediately told that he can't come in. The manager saw the motorcade out there and said, no, he cannot come in here. If he steps out of his motorcade, we're going to call the police. CNN and other sources, they kind of put their own little spin on that. They're like, well, he was acting like a baby and all this. You know how they do it. You know, they try to say that Trump supporters and Trump, he's a big crybaby. And I mean, okay. But so he shows up there, and tons of people in the place are wanting to meet and greet with him, and they're actually having to go outside because he's not allowed to come inside. So what happened, now this is what the media is not going to tell you, they canceled their orders, paid for their drinks for the most part, and walked outside. So then the wait staff went around taking all the people who canceled their orders, names and numbers and all that, and they are officially banned from the establishment. That's what ended up happening, and that's what people were saying after the fact. Of course, I don't think CNN covered that. I wouldn't really know. I'm just going by what people are telling me. I don't watch that shit. For many reasons, I don't watch legacy media. I'd rather get to the source. CNN is not the source, okay? They're not the source of anything. They come in way after the fact. They get the footage. They repackage it. They spin it. They give it a new title. They give you a new narrative, and you take to social media and act like you just proved something. That's not the way this thing works. So I don't know what else to tell you if you think you're going to get the truth from legacy media, because you're not. Social media isn't any better. I would encourage you to fact check me. I want you to fact check me. I don't give a shit if you fact check me or not and prove me wrong. Let's do this. I'm all about it. I don't care. I mean, I don't have anything to lose. What do I got to lose? As a matter of fact, just yesterday, someone gets on one of my posts and accuses me of being a Russian misinformation agent or some shit like that. But what? Apparently, if you tell a different story than what the mainstream media is telling you, you are now officially a Russian agent. But anyway, rather than go to CNN or MSNBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, any of those, I'd rather go directly to the source. Others are different. They want to hear what the TV has to say. Me, I like to push for the guy with the camera phone. That's what I look for. Let's take a look and see what really happened.
It's a riot. The manager went outside, told them they need to leave. They will call the police if he comes out. Unfortunately, he cannot come in. So what's going to happen is that they're going to take down our name, all our information, so the next time the kitchen crew's running out, because everyone's canceling their orders. Everyone just canceled all the orders, and we're just paying for what we drink, and then everyone's leaving. But yes, unfortunately, Vance cannot come out of his car, cannot shake our hands, because Primanti's Brothers does not want him in here whatsoever. So that is what's happening. Yeah, there you go.
That we leave.
Yep.
We are now banned from Primanti Brothers.
Yep. Terrible. So there's the VP. This is as close as we're going to get to him.
They will call.
Outside the parking lot, taking names and phone numbers of everybody in minutes.
Absolutely. But that is
there first.
Walk down to the end of the sidewalk.
Yep.
So we are here at Primanti Brothers in North Versailles to see J.D. Vance. And Primanti's hates money. They just lost about $2,000 worth of money because they said if Vance gets out of the vehicle that he's in, which is right here, then they will call the police.
For everybody's food, we gave him a nice tip. And of course, when I gave him a nice tip, I said, no taxes on tip. So, it's all right. don't hold it against her. She just got a little nervous, but it's a great local business. Let's keep on supporting it. And most importantly, November 5th or before, go vote. Let's go win this thing.
Now, that's hilarious. That's class how you handle that. But as soon as this came out, this immediately dropped right here. Now, the same restaurant the month prior, August 19th. Can't even see this shit, 2024. Kamala Harris did what a lot of restaurants refer to as a buyout. Well, she goes there the day before and schedules a buyout where she busses in all her supporters and all that stuff, supporters, the paid people that are going up there just to act like when she walks in, oh, it's Kamala Harris. Nobody's that excited to see that woman unless they're getting paid. I'm just telling you, that's just the way it is. I've seen plenty of alternative footage as opposed to what the media says. I don't trust the media. Never have, never will. But I digress. So she blows into town. She wants to put all of her little people that she busses around to go to her rallies and wave signs and get paid. Hey, in this economy, you do just about anything for money, right? Even if it means going against your own personal standards. I'm sure if you're desperate enough, you'll do pretty much whatever it takes. But when she blew into town, she was very well greeted. I don't think she was received very well. In the midst of all that, she busses in her people to go and take up the diner that they were told they couldn't go to because it was closed to the general public, so that when she walked in, her and Waltz and all that, everybody just goes crazy, that psycho Teletubby sidekick of hers. And, you can run your business however you want to. Nobody's telling you that you can't refuse service to anyone. I mean, we've seen how the left likes to pander. You might recall that gay wedding cake that they wanted the Christian baker to bake specifically for them, going way out of their way and passing many bakeries before they got there. And, they were told, no, it's against our religious beliefs. We're not going to do that. Then they tried to sue, and then they lost, and blah, blah, blah. But I got to say that Vance handled that with a lot of class. He paid for a lot of the food that was already being made by the cooks for the people that canceled their orders to go out there and have a meet and greet with them. And then he gives the wait staff a huge tip and says no tax on tips. That's a beautiful thing. That's just an awesome thing. He turned it on them. They're like, fuck you. We'll go up the street and get something better. I mean, that's the way it should be handled. I mean, I didn't see anybody pitching a fit. Now, the mainstream media and what people are saying on social media is like, oh, he cried like a little baby. It's like, I don't know where you guys are getting that from. Maybe you should consider alternative media. I'm not saying you got to listen to me, but there are plenty of other sources out there that, you could look to rather than your app telling you what you saw. And it's really funny. I saw people that were actually there on social media debating people that weren't there. Bitch, I was there. I saw with my own two eyes. I know what I'm talking about. You're going to let them tell you what I saw? Okay, fine, cool. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. I don't give a shit. But if you want to conduct business that way, that's fine. You ever hear the expression, go woke, go broke? Well, you're pissing off over half the country. And it's not going to take much to shut that shit down. Nobody's going to show up. And apparently, the people that walked out were banned. They're not allowed to go back there. Thankfully, J.D. Vance saved them. The ones that the cooks already started making the food, he paid for that. So that's a good deed. I mean, yeah. I mean, what's the hubbub, man? Who cares who it is? It's money. You'll never see that the other way around. You'll never see somebody walk into an establishment wearing a Harris Waltz shirt, if they make them. I don't even know if they do. Or a hat, or a button, or pink and blue hair, psycho, whatever. You'll never be refused service. You'll never see somebody getting kicked out of a restaurant for wearing a damn shirt or a hat unless it's owned by the left. This is a fact. Find me one. I want to see a video of Kamala Harris coming up to a restaurant and getting told, we're going to call the police on you if you get out of that car. If you come in here, we're going to trespass you and have you arrested or have you escorted off the property or whatever. You're never going to see it because we're classier than you.